Why buy sausage from the store when you can turn your own venison into something way better? This year's deer season found me in the field earlier than ever, helping with a small Texas town's deer reduction program. On my first morning out, I harvested a deer with my crossbow, and that's when the real fun began back home. After deboning, I made 20 pounds of sweet Italian sausage, 5 pounds of burger, and sealed up some backstrap and tenderloins. My wife helped me with labeling, which always adds a laugh, because you never know what message she's going to leave on each bag. If you missed last year's video on how I make venison sausage, keep watching. I'm about to show you exactly how to make it, step by step. Today I'll show you exactly how I turn fresh deer meat into my favorite sweet Italian sausage. Stick around to the end and I'll share how you can get the full recipe. With this last whitetail doe, I quartered and deboned the meat, and after setting aside the backstrap and tenderloins, I ended up with about 20 pounds to work with. From there, I trimmed off as much of the silver skin as I could. That stuff can clog your grinder and make the job very frustrating, so it's worth the extra effort to trim it out. Next, I cubed about 6 pounds of stew meat from the best cuts, leaving 14 pounds ready for the grinder. My recipe is based on 10 pounds of meat for the perfect sweet Italian flavor. I like the ratio of 7 pounds of venison to 3 pounds of bacon ends. That bacon adds just the right amount of fat and flavor. Here's where the magic starts. I mix all my spices right into the venison cuts and let it sit for a couple hours. While it's marinating, I ran up to Walmart to grab the bacon ends. These 3-pound packages are the cheapest and most consistent I've found. I've been using them for over 30 years and they never disappoint. Hey, if you enjoy outdoor adventures and how-to videos, smash that subscribe button down there. Using my 1 horsepower Cabela's grinder, I start with the largest grate to help prevent clogging from gristle or silver skin. I grind a few pieces of venison, then a few pieces of bacon to start mixing the two together. You could chop and mix the bacon in with the spices beforehand, but this method works just fine. Have an extra pan handy to collect your grind from the first pass. Once it's done, I take scoops from each of the 3 pans and mix them together before the second grind. Before I start grinding again, I pull the grinder apart and clean the auger and the plate. If there's a little extra meat left inside, I just run it through again and spread it over the first grind pan. I use the same large hole plate, but if you prefer a finer texture, you can use the smaller plate. Just be ready for a clog or two with that silver skin. As I mix the first grind in the pans, I spread it out lengthwise and start scooping for the second grind. After that second grind, it's time to package your sausage for later use. I like to make both 1 cup and 2 cup packages. It gives you flexibility for meals or gifts for family and friends. I used to use my Cabela's vacuum sealer, but this year I upgraded to an Avid Armor chamber vacuum machine, and I won't be going back. Once sealed, I flatten each package so they stack neatly in the freezer. When you're ready to make patties, just thaw and cut them into squares. When the kids were still home, this was always a fun family event, grinding, packaging, and labeling together. My wife and daughter would come up with funny messages on the labels for a good laugh when we pulled them out later. And now the part you've been waiting for. The full recipe is included in the description of this video. Enjoy. For some of my other cooking videos, check out my video on making blackened redfish or how to make some of the best garlic fish you can find. Tight lines and have a great day.